As someone who's getting into misery for the very first time, or maybe a few times, you might be wondering, hey, I've been playing this for literally hours on end, and I still only have a handful of rubles, and certainly not enough to buy anything whenever a bandage is 20, a gun is 270, at least for the TAWs, and a detector is 110. And you've just spent hours trying to get to 100 all by itself, but you don't even know what to sell and where to go. But don't worry, we'll figure it out. So first of all, the store area is split up between 5 or 6 different traders. The barman, the junk dealer, the tailor, the hunter, and the medic. Each of them are fairly picky with what they want to buy and sell. So you need to have a good idea of what you need to bring. For example, the junk dealer buys glass, electronics, scrap, wood, or well, this is what you can buy. And if you want to sell, he has a few more things that he wants to buy from you. Obviously, with their own different things. I'm well aware that you could probably use a few of these in crafting, but for right now, our purpose is making money. Right now, you can find rubles out in the environment and the world off of dead bodies or just in cupboards or storage places, but you usually don't find more than 30, 40, or 50, at least in my experience. Now, let's just say I have literally nothing, and I want to make a few, like a good little handful. All right, I've got a bottle of vodka in my inventory. We can drink it. That'll give us some glass, which is only 1 or 2 rubles. But guess what? The little things add up. Those little kopecks. Well, you have a lot more of those. Now let's try selling. I have a bunch of electronics, some scrap, and wood. Now, naturally, you might want to hold on to the wood, but let's just say we want to sell literally all of it. Okay? I'm now up to 83, whereas I was at 30 before. Okay? Now, you can find more of this stuff here, copper wires, armor plates, the homemade antenna, coal bag, the drill. Usually, though, if it's like a collector's item, it will tell you if you can sell it or not. That's not always the case, though. So let's take a look at some actual prices here. It's 20 for a bandage, 35 for a med kit, 95 for Anurad, and a lot of what the traders sell is very interesting. So for example, you can't buy the detector off of the medic. You can buy health related items to him. However, you sell artifacts to the medic, which is very interesting because you don't get the detector from the medic, which is very interesting. You actually get it from the dealer who deals mostly in mags and ammo. And you can only sell guns to him. You can't sell mags back to him or loose ammo. So they're very particular in what they like. You would expect to be able to sell ammo back to them or the mags for like a lower price than what you would actually buy it for. You know what I mean? But no, that is not actually the case. So if you have these odds and ends around your bunker, you've been hoarding them, holding on to them, go ahead and run to the store. And if you're worried about the emission happening, don't worry. Your screen flashes, but you'll be all right. The main thing though is to just try to get these loose odds and ends together. Go and visit each of the traders to see what exactly you need to sell. It's mostly going to be glass, electronics, scrap, um, stuff like that. Okay, easy stuff like that. Wood, um, the various little minutiae you might find while you're running around and hopefully not dying. Now, you can make 100 rubles pretty easily once you know how and what to get and what to sell. But the trade-off there is you're not actually like the trade-off is you're making money for things that you could otherwise use to craft items. So if you don't want to make a crafting bench right now, or an advanced crafting bench, or some clothing items, or like just stuff you'd actually use this for, then go ahead. But I mean, honestly, the very first thing I would do is buy a detector. You don't need a battery or anything to power it. It just works on its own. And then you go around and look at anomaly fields. But um, the couple of times I've sold artifacts, they're about 40 or 50 rubles each. So I would say it's pretty worth uh, getting the detector. Just don't die with it. Don't lose your way. Remember those landmarks, and you'll be okay. Now, I'm not saying there's not other things you can do. Okay, I'm not saying you can't save up for a Taz and go ham. Okay, but you can also find weapons, so it might not even be worth really buying a gun. However, your playthrough, I'm just giving you some options here, telling you, how to get started, what to buy and what to sell, that sort of stuff, right? But that's what you have to look out for. That's what you have to do. And soon enough, you'll have a rhythm of your own. You'll know what to do. You'll be like, oh yeah, this goes for this amount. So I can do some quick math and be like, yeah, this is actually what I need. This is how long I need to be out here. That sort of stuff, right? That way you can minimize, dying potentially, even though you never really know when an emission is exactly going to hit, at least for now. But there you have it. Just to hammer in that last little, thing, the inconsistencies for the traders, why would a medic buy artifacts? I guess maybe some of them do healing, but I mean, it's a little weird to me. So just watch out for that. What you might think they would buy or sell, they might not. So keep an eye out for that, and just be ready. Okay, show up at the store with your odds and ends, and just walk around to every trader and be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll try to remember this guy buys this, sells this, so you have an idea of what to expect. I know it's right there, like it's not like a huge distance or anything, but it is still kind of a pain to go back and forth like that. So I understand, which is why I'm saying just try to have an idea of what to expect next time. It won't be such a hassle.